August 3rd, 2023. By the time the final confirmation popped up on his screen, the total had reached $2,347,500. The blockchain verified it in minutes. Irreversible. Gone. He stared at the transaction ID for almost an hour. A long string of numbers and letters. Proof that everything he had built for the last 18 years had just been moved to a wallet he would never control. The screen glowed in the dark of his home office. Outside, the street was quiet. Inside, there was only silence. His name is David. He was 53 years old. David lived in a suburb outside Raleigh, North Carolina. A 4-bedroom house with a porch and a lawn he mowed every other Saturday. He worked in commercial real estate. Not flashy, but steady. Enough to put 2 kids through college. Enough to start thinking seriously about retirement. 6 months before the transfers began, his wife moved out. Not a dramatic fight, just a slow drifting apart that finally reached its end. The divorce was finalized in early spring. David kept the house. He also kept a lot of empty evenings. He started drinking his morning coffee earlier, sometimes before sunrise. He'd sit at the kitchen island, laptop open, scrolling through financial news while the neighborhood slept. It was a way to fill the space. At first, nothing seemed unusual about the message that arrived in his inbox in late April. It came from a financial newsletter he had subscribed to months earlier. A recommended contact. A trader who specialized in crypto arbitrage. The message was brief, professional. Most people don't understand how early we still are in Bitcoin. If you're open to a conversation, I'd be happy to share some insights. David almost deleted it, but he didn't. What makes this case remarkable is not the technology used to steal the money. It's how slowly and carefully the trust was built. The scammer never asked for money in the first conversation or the second. For the first 10 days, they only talked about markets. The trader's name was Alex Chen. At least that's the name David knew. The profile photo showed a clean-cut man in his early 40s, wearing a polo shirt, standing near a window with natural light. A LinkedIn profile existed, a professional website, a history of crypto commentary on Telegram. All of it was fabricated, but the fabrication was meticulous. Alex explained that he ran a private investment syndicate, high net worth individuals only, closed group. He sent screenshots of trading profits. He shared dashboards showing returns of 12, 15, 18%. He explained that arbitrage opportunities existed because crypto markets were inefficient. Buy on one exchange, sell on another, capture the spread. David listened. He asked questions. Alex answered them patiently. "You should never invest anything you're not willing to lose," Alex said during a voice call. "But if you want to test the system, start small. See for yourself how it works." That detail would later matter. The warning, the humility. It made Alex sound responsible. It made him sound real. David transferred $2,000 first. He sent it from his personal wallet to an exchange address Alex provided. Within 3 days, Alex sent back a screenshot. The trade had closed. Profit, $240. David withdrew the profit to his own wallet. It worked exactly as described. The second transfer was $10,000, then $50. Each time the dashboard showed growth. Each time David could withdraw a portion of the profit. The system felt solid. Looking back, the warning signs were there, but they were subtle. The dashboard was a website that looked professional, but the URL changed once. Alex explained it as a server migration. The customer support team took slightly longer to respond on weekends. Minor things, easy to dismiss. Alex began calling more often. Late at night sometimes. He talked about his own family, his own challenges. He asked about David's kids, about the divorce, about how he was handling the empty house. It was manipulation, but it didn't feel like manipulation. It felt like friendship. By July, David had transferred over $200,000. His retirement accounts were still intact, but he had moved a significant portion of his liquid savings into what he believed was a secure trading platform. The dashboard showed his total value approaching $300,000. Alex called with an opportunity, a major arbitrage window, a liquidity gap between exchanges in Asia and the United States, limited time, high capacity. This is the kind of move that only happens once or twice a year, he said. I'm only offering it to my core group. David transferred $200,000 more. The dashboard updated. The profits climbed. For a moment, it felt like success, but the psychological hooks were designed to tighten gradually. When David asked about withdrawing a large sum to pay for a bathroom renovation, Alex became supportive. Absolutely, he said. It's your money. Let me just flag it with the finance team so they prioritize it. The withdrawal was delayed, first by 24 hours, then 48. Alex explained that high-volume withdrawals triggered additional compliance checks, anti-money laundering protocols, standard procedure. He sent screenshots of internal messages showing the finance team working on it. David waited. He trusted the process. The bathroom renovation never happened. By September, David had stopped trying to withdraw. The dashboard was showing daily gains. His total balance, according to the platform, had passed $800,000. He had started with $2,000. The returns felt exponential. The thought of pulling out now seemed foolish. Alex began talking about a private pool, an exclusive liquidity event, institutional investors only. But he could get David in if he moved quickly. Minimum participation, $1.2 million. David didn't have that much liquid cash, but he had equity in the house. He had retirement accounts. He had a brokerage account with mutual funds his father had left him. He liquidated everything. The transfer took 3 days, multiple transactions, each one confirmed on the blockchain, each one moving closer to the wallet address Alex had provided. By the time the last confirmation appeared, David had sent a total of $2.3 million. The dashboard updated one final time. His balance showed over $3 million, paper wealth, untouchable. Then the silence began. 3 days passed without a message from Alex. David sent a text. Nothing. He called. The number was disconnected. He emailed. The message bounced back. He logged into the trading platform. The website loaded slowly, then displayed an error. He refreshed. Another error. He waited an hour. The website was gone. For a long time, David just sat at his desk. He checked the blockchain explorer. The transactions were there. The wallet they went to was still active, but the money had already been moved. Split, resplit, sent through mixers, laundered beyond recovery. What makes this case devastating is not just the money. It's the humiliation, the shame of having been so completely fooled. David didn't tell his children for 3 weeks. He didn't tell his ex-wife for 2 months. When he finally filed a report with the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, he struggled to type the words. $2.3 million transferred voluntarily, believing it was real. The FBI investigates thousands of these cases. Most never result in arrests. The wallets are overseas, the identities are fabricated, the servers are taken down within hours of the final transfer. By the time law enforcement gets involved, the trail has been scrubbed. David kept the screenshots, the dashboard, the profit graphs, the messages from Alex. He reads them sometimes late at night, trying to find the exact moment he should have known there isn't one. It was a slow closing of a door, 1 degree at a time, until it locked behind him. When we look closer at scams like this, we see a pattern. It's not about the technology. It's not about crypto being confusing or unregulated. It's about the space between people. The loneliness of a man in an empty house. The desire to believe someone understands you. The hope that maybe finally you've gotten in early on something good. The scammer exploited all of it, not with greed, with patience, with attention, with late-night phone calls about nothing in particular, with a friendship that was never real. By then, it was too late. The damage had already been done. David still lives in the same house. The bathroom isn't renovated. The retirement accounts are empty. He goes to work. He mows the lawn. He drinks his coffee before sunrise. But the silence in that house is different now. It's heavier. It's filled with the weight of a transaction ID he will never forget. In the United States, cryptocurrency scams have become a billion-dollar industry. The FBI reports that losses exceeded $5.6 billion last year alone. And behind every number on a government spreadsheet is a kitchen table, a dark office, a man staring at a screen, wondering how he let it happen. The warning signs are always there, but they only look like warning signs after you know the ending. In the moment, they look like opportunity. They look like trust. They look like the one person who finally understood. Alex Chen was never real. The dashboard was code. The profits were pixels. The only thing real was the money. $2.3 million. Moved across the blockchain in minutes. Gone forever. In the digital age, trust has become the most expensive currency of all. And once it's spent, there is no withdrawing it. No reversing the transaction. No customer support team waiting to help. Only the silence, and the screen, and the transaction ID that proves it all happened.